Alright, so I got this all set up. My name is Candace. I'm with the 501st Legion. I'm SL 1613. I actually am a Visas Marr character. Visas Marr, if you don't know who she is, she's from Knights of the Old Republic 2. She is a blind Star Wars character, so she wears a veil, which looks like this. Veil. Well, this is my, you'll see. I'll show you at the end. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and do a quick tutorial to show you exactly how I do my Sith makeup for Visas Marr before I go on to my troops. Usually, I'll only have a water bottle, but right now I have my bathroom, which is awesome, because usually I'm not that lucky. So I wanted to show you a couple of techniques and tricks to actually doing this Visas Marr makeup. So what I usually do is I will start with this. It's called Pro Face No Sweat stuff. It's so you don't sweat all your makeup off. I also use Liquicet rather than water for the white base. And the white base is actually called Aqua Color, and it is a water activated makeup, and I love the smell of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting the base on, which is the white part. Right. But I only need half my face because it is hidden. And what I did was I put the white into the, on the sponge and into the aqua color. I don't want to put too much white because if I put too much white it looks super unnatural. What I do is I spread it out. This will probably be about enough, if not too much. And I'll go down onto my neck because my neck piece comes up to about there. White, if you haven't done white ever, and you're doing white for the first time, it takes a long time to figure out how to put it on without it getting too streaky, because white tends to streak. You want to pat it on in certain parts. You can just run it on and then pat the parts that need some little extra. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible so I don't bore you guys. And I'm looking into the mirror, so I'm not watching you. Okay, so that's kind of how I do it. You can put a little bit more, a little less, depending on what you're doing. Like for a parade or something, I'll put a little bit more so it looks a little bit more menacing. For like kids, or like pictures and stuff, it's always best to put, or not kids, just for pictures, I put a little bit more, but when I go visit kids and stuff, I put a little bit less so it looks a little more natural and a little less scary. Okay, so what I do is, you can do a couple of things. For the veins, because Visas has a bunch of veins coming off of her face, you can use a stack like this. This is a Cinema Secrets, I want to say it's the Wound Tower. I think it's Cinema Secrets. Plus you can, believe it or not, this is like grease paint, like clown makeup. You can also use that, and I like to use this because it has more of a veiny look. So what I'll do is I'll actually take some more of this aqua color and I'll put darker white lines to make it look a little streaky, which makes it look a little veiny. And I'll just really light. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. It doesn't really matter where you put them as long as you kind of give it some sort of direction. Try not to do like straight here or straight here because you'll look like you have a mustache. Trust me, I learned my lesson. So that's kind of like a little streaky. I'm gonna use the wound tower, but like I said, like the grease paint will also work. You want to do a little bit of red. Actually, I prefer using the red stick. You just put it really light to make it veiny. And I know it doesn't look really good on the camera, but it will once I put everything on it. Blue also helps with veins, makes like the varicose blue looking veins. And I'll usually just go over the red with the blue, so it's not too much. And you kind of want them to spider a little bit. Now if that happens, just, you know, wipe it right off, because it doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look a little menacing. You're a Sith after all, you don't have to look beautiful. And then if you have to, blend it a little bit. Now I'm just doing this half of my face because I'll show you in a minute or what the rest of it looks like. Now the main veins, you want to actually use, you can either use a black eyeliner or you can use the black in the wound tower. I'm actually just using the wound tower with a little thin, super thin brush. But when you're kind of like on the spot and you need something right away, because I've actually forgotten this a couple of times and whatever, most girls or women will have black in their makeup kit or makeup bag, and you can just use that. Pull them down a little bit onto my chin. Now I know it looks like a lot, but I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so it looks a little veiny and old and disgusting and not good at all. What you're gonna want to do is, sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually use the eyeliner as a lip liner, which I will show you in about 2 seconds here. Just to do a little bit of this and that. I'm in the bathroom doing my Visas makeup. Okay. Now I do a little bit less on the black, and I put it inward a little bit more. I try not to line my lips completely with it, because if you do, it ends up looking like goth makeup. Hi, we're doing Visas makeup. So what I do next is I actually do a dark purple. This is Wet n Wild. It's close color, but I don't like it because it's too sticky. But this color is just some random like plump, like dark purple. It's got a reddish undertone to it. It's kind of cool. And you just put that guy right on there. I usually don't apply this with, like I usually use a lip brush. You do a little dabby dab so it doesn't get on your teeth like that. And then what I'll also do is I'll also put a little bit of red. That way it stands out a little bit more and it doesn't look super, super dark. It'll give it a little bit of tone. But you want your lip color to be purple. Because since she's a Sith, or has her little dark side look, she has really dark lips, almost black. And now I try to give myself a little bit more definition on my lips just because my lips are the only thing that you usually see. Considering the veil covers half my face. Let me get that little bit. Touch it up a little. And there we go. So that's kind of the gist of it. There's not much else. I usually do a final seal, which is like a, it's just a sealant so you don't bleed everywhere or get, you know, if you touch it or whatever, it'll just stay on. And then I also use, this is what actually tones everything down. It's a colorless powder. This is Cinema Secrets. And you want to brush that on just a little bit. And it'll actually tone down all of the work that you did and make the veins look a little bit more like they're underneath the skin. Usually I'll do a little bit more with my lips, but that's kind of it. And then finish it up. Got my veil, and that is Visas Marr. That's kind of it, and it usually just sits right here. Yes, I can see because most people ask me, but that's about it. So I hope that helps any 501st people that weren't sure how to do the makeup. I'm Candace from the Southern California Garrison, SL 1613, and have fun, guys.